morning everyone, how you doing? So we're out on the river Ant. Just going to go for a little cruise today. I'm going to go down some places that I've never been before and see what we can find. It's a fairly overcast day, as you can probably see, quite moody skies. Lots of grey clouds, but the sun does keep trying to poke through. I launched off from Stafe and I'm right down the other end of the river Ant now. So we're now approaching the fork in the river where we've got Dillon turn off. Dillon, that is. And I'm not sure what goes straight, which is why I'm coming down this way to see what we can find. Hopefully we'll find something nice. We'll bump into some wildlife and stuff like that. And find some nice things. That's the plan anyway. Got my foot down a bit at the moment because we're going right against the wind. But I think once we get up on this corner up here, we should be able to slow down a bit and have a look around and see what we can find. So, this is what we got down the edges. Reeds, trees, bushes, that sort of stuff. Normally see some nice stuff in there. That's what we've got down that side. And like I say, we're now coming up to the V in the river, and we've got a sign here. So we'll head towards that sign and we'll see what's meant to be straight, and then we'll head towards there. Not sure how far down the river it'll be. Hopefully we've got enough power in the old batteries to get us down there. I'll do a video down to the right at some point and we'll check out the whole of Dillon as well. I think I'll drive the car to Dillon and then we'll put the boat in the water from Dillon and see what's down there. According to the sign over here, it's saying we've got Wayford and Dillon down that way. And we've got Barton Broad this way, so I think we'll head down the river down this way. It's looking really nice. I'll give you a better view and we'll see what we can find down there. Radar speed check area, I haven't seen them before. That's what people think I am when I'm out with the cameras and stuff like this on the front of the boat. It's looking quite nice up here, so we're getting out of the wind up here, which is nice. But I'm not quite sure what we're going to find, because like I say, I've never been down here before. So just widen your view so you can see everything I can see. And let's see what we can find. Can't see no swans or nothing like that today. Got some banks and stuff over there that look like we could probably pull onto if we needed to stop for any reason, or if we wanted to do a fishing session or something like that. Got some areas we could try. It's a bit muddy and swampy in now, I think, though. I don't think that's the sort of spot we'd be looking for. But then again, it looks like that's, you know, a usable area. This one's a bit more like it. Quite easy. More up down the side of here. Pull up onto there. Get some fishing gear out and have a nice day's fishing. But that's not what we're doing today. We're off cruising down the river to see what we can find, as well as finding these spots while we're cruising about, which is nice. Quite clear on the water on close in on the edges. I have noticed that a lot of people seem to pike fish this river, so I'm guessing there's some pike about. Well, I've seen the pike. You've probably seen them in my fishing videos. I've had them attack a fish sometimes on the way in. It's looking really nice so far anyway. Got all the autumn colours coming out in the trees now. The surface is absolutely covered in leaves, as you can see. We're just cruising down the river, lovely. We're going around the bend, then another one by the looks of it. We'll be able to see what's around there. So I don't actually know what's going to be ahead of me, so there might be lots of long river that I won't be able to go down because of my battery system, but I'm going to be upgrading my batteries as much as I can so I can go further and further each trip. So just bear with me and we'll do some even longer trips to different places. I can see some boats and stuff coming up, so we're going to see some stuff up here hopefully. Got another spot there where we could pull up for the day and have a fishing session. So we'll probably do that at some point. Letting the old wind push me into the bank now. Have to give it a bit of stick and get back out there. There's definitely some really nice areas along the rivers, or the whole of the Broads really. There's loads of places you can go. It could be good fun. Got a load of birds flying around up there, making patterns in the sky. Don't know if you can see them. I've lost them at the moment. No, they got away from me. Alright, let's see what's up here. Where these boats and stuff are starting to come up in. Clearing the old propeller. We're getting weed and stuff on it, which we don't want. Alright, let's go again. More really nice spots to moor up and have fishing sessions. Places like that you can quite easily moor up there for a day or even a whole night. And we can explore the river and see what we can find, see what's out there. It's going to be pike, perch, bream, roach, that sort of stuff. skimmers. But it makes them good, some nice places to have some nice sessions. So there'll be lots of stuff coming on the rivers from the channel. Don't know what's going on with the old boat over there. It looks like it's been there for a little while. Obviously a free mooring if you just pull up on the side of the board somewhere and use a small boat to get back to town and stuff. So what we got around this corner then? More nice banks over there to my right. Cannot believe how many spots there are. And you can't fish any of these from driving to them, you have to go by boat. Where's all the wildlife then today? Probably seen in my other videos, I find all sorts of things normally. It's a bit quiet today. I can hear a boat, I think. But otherwise it's very, very quiet. Got a nice big long stretch of river up here. We're going to hit the wind up here, which is not so good. Lovely. But why so quiet? Why isn't there wildlife? Got to be careful of the old power on the batteries because I've got to go all the way back, and a lot of it is against the wind as well. We've come a long way down river now. I haven't had you on all the time, obviously. Hopefully you can't hear that wind, but we're heading right against the wind up here. Making us bounce up and down a bit, obviously because of the ripples of the wind. Got some more spots on the side here to the left where we can pull on if we want to. It's a big old wind just up around this corner up the top here. Just to the left here there's some more spots like that where we could pull onto and you can rest your legs or whatever you need to do. Just have a little break, have a picnic in the summer. You want to stay out on the river. There's all sorts of things really. I'm not looking forward to getting around this corner up the top here. It's going to be very, very windy. Got some birds in the sky and stuff, but there's not really much on the river today. Don't know if that's because of the weather or time of day, or don't know, to be honest. I think I can hear other boats, but I'm not seeing nothing coming towards us. Got another area here. You can moor up and do whatever you want to do. I know there's no actual moorings, but you can just chuck the old rope around a tree when you're in a small boat like this anyway. Same on this side. Obviously, you know, if you're in a big huge high boat or whatever, then don't try that, but today we're not. We've got a nice old wind coming head on now, which is not nice. We've got a sign down here, I'm not sure what that's going to say. It looks like we can go right or left. So let's go down to the sign and see what we got. Oh yeah, that wind's hopefully the picture's still quite stable because we're bouncing up and down on the sort of waves. There's a large ripple coming down this way, so that's sort of making us bob a little bit. Looks like we've got an algae bloom on top of the water. I wonder if we had an algae bloom out there. So where are we coming up to then? Really exciting, just going down the rivers and just finding what you can find. Not a care in the world, just wandering around. Cool. Definitely getting wavy. Oh, I'll stand this way then. So we've got some more spots here we could pull onto if we wanted to. And we've actually got a boatyard down here by the looks of things. So which one is this? Oh, I can see what's out there. The Barton Broad is out there. That's the main big broad, which we're not going to attempt today because we ain't got the battery life to take the boat through it, because that's going to be pretty windy. And this is not a big boat. I'm on a sib, so we'll take a trip down into the Staith down here, see what we've got down here. Seeing sea boats already, so that's always good. As I say, I'm not quite sure where we are, but I'm sure we'll find out any minute. Definitely a nice cruise today, but there's got lots of boats coming up down here. Oh, a bird! Cormorant. Seem to see quite a few cormorants when I'm out and about on the Broads. Right, so what boatyard are we at now then? I'm not actually sure. Been to most of them by car around my area. but not so much by boat. We've got a boat over here and moored up in the bushes over here. Probably a live-on, it's got all plants and all sorts on it. Don't know, is that a rule? Can you just pull up anywhere on the Broads and keep a boat somewhere? Because I seem to see quite a few people doing it. And they don't know that they've been moving very far. We've got a mooring over here. We're obviously not going to go to that. When we get down into the boatyard, I'll be able to tell you where we are. Obviously I'll put it in the title of the video and stuff. Just trying to recognise if I've driven up to it before. Seem to be a few boats in there anyway. Sound like that's a working boatyard, there's people working. So the three mooring boards are saying Paddy's Lane. That doesn't actually mean anything to me, but I think I know where I am when I go in this corner here. I shall let you know in a minute. Get some wind again. I'm not actually sure I've actually been here before, to be honest, by car, which is always good. I like to find new places. Got some signs and stuff coming up, so we'll find out where we are in a minute. Taking boats and stuff out of the water over there and getting them cleaned up by the looks of things. So we've got Barton Broad signs, which I think is out there in the main broad. This is more of a smaller Stafe side of things, I think, but it's probably all the same place. We've got signs here, no fishing, no mooring. So this end is obviously a private end. Looks like there's some nice boats in there. Right. I think there's a few bits and pieces in here, but not too many. It's more sort of sailing boats and the odd bigger boat. I don't think we're going to go all the way up there. I think we'll save our battery a bit and head towards the other way so we can see more stuff. There's a couple of boats up there, but not a great deal. You can probably see this has all been flooded recently, but then we've had some really high tides coming in, a lot of water coming in. I think we just got a slipway around the other side there by the looks of things, and then obviously the work yards that look after the boats and stuff. By car you can obviously come in over there. So there's no reason why we can't one day come down with the car and put the boat in here. And then go a bit further. Let's go and see what boats we can find over the other side, shall we? There's some nice boats along here anyway, some lovely boats. I've got a feeling there's a big Broad just around the corner from us up here, which, like I say, might not be a good idea with the little boat we're in. Well, I think it's obviously big enough to take us wherever we need to go, but you wouldn't see me head out to sea on it. Not with electric outboard in the back anyway. Maybe if I had a petrol one. Pretty quiet really, apart from the main boat yard sort of doing a bit of work, bit of cleaning up on the boats and stuff. I think and it was worth a good cruise down the river to find all this lot, wasn't it? That's what we like to see. Got a chap behind us coming out on a rowing boat. I'm guessing he's got a little outboard on the back as well. He's soon getting down near us. He's going to overtake us, but it looks like he's shifting along. If he comes our way, I'll try and get him on camera. Like that. You're shifting along. Just doing a bit for my YouTube channel. I'll get you on that. There you go. You can look for yourself. So it's Cox's boatyard. So we now know where we are. And then we'll slow down, we'll have a little cruise through. Have a look at some nice boats. And hopefully that'll make this video really nice and really interesting. Lovely, look at this lot. Exactly what we want to see. Not many people actually on their boats and getting ready to go out or anything, but there's lots of nice boats there. Don't know if we're coming up to a dead end down here, or we've got to go back round, or we're about to find out. I think they're like little rows of keys. That's all good. I'm quite happy to spin round and have them go around the other side. It could be joined, but we'll see when we get to the bottom. As I say, it's a working boatyard, there's people down the bottom here working, so I don't want to disturb them too much. There's some nice boats in here. Lovely. Oh, the Pike takes some fish right in front of us then. We might have got some of it on camera. Well, some very nice boats along here, isn't there? Definitely worth the trip. So we'll see if we can get round to the right here now and see what else we can find. Got to be careful because time's closing in on me now, and obviously it gets dark at 4. Dark at 4 o'clock, so I've probably got an hour's steam back, so I'll do my best. I'll get the rest of this yard for you. That's what we came out to do, and then we'll actually go out on the Barton Broad another day on a separate video, I think. Looks like we can go around to the right just down here. Let's see what else we got. Lots more boats by the looks of things. Oh, we've actually got a swan on the water. First bird I've seen today actually on the water. Nice little tender boat there. Be ideal little fishing boat, that would. Don't know what that's called, but I'll be interested in seeing what they are. So, what have we got in this side then? Let's get back out into the middle of the water so we can see both sides. Most of these boats are kept in good nick, apart from the odd one that's a bit green, just need a good clean up. So I'd say a lot of these are regularly used. Oh, we've got a pink panther there. Always say on our videos to look out for unusual names and stuff. And that's one. So if you see anything that I don't see, drop it down in the comments. Or if you've got a boat with an unusual name, drop it down. I like to see all that sort of stuff. Whoa! Shame you didn't see that. I think that was in the distance. Way, you saw that though, didn't you? Always pike absolutely swarming all over the little fish here. Absolutely munching them up there. Rounding them up in the shoal. Poor things. It's literally like 3 pike all smashing at the same time, rounding up a shoal of fish. I bet you're not allowed to fish in here, are you? Oh, they're still doing it over here to the right. Some nice boats. This poor little fishing boat here has been a bit neglected there. We might have scared the pike away coming through like that, but yeah, it's a shame that's in that condition. I could make a really good use of that boat. And pike coming out behind me. And literally rounding up all the small rudd. I see single ones come out quite often, but I don't very often see a big group of them do that. That was actually quite smart to see. And this is where you'd want to be fishing for them today. They're all down the bottom here in this yard. Still all happening behind me. I suppose the shoals just sort of start to come into the stafes and shoal up for the winter. Pike come in behind them. Still doing it behind me. They must take a few of them at a time, I reckon, not just one fish, because they're only small fish they're chasing. There's lots of lilies and stuff in this yard, I reckon that's really good for small fish. So I don't know if you're actually allowed to fish it. It doesn't say no fishing along these bits, but it did down the other end, didn't it? They seem to have calmed down. It was a bit of excitement, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting to see a load of pike jumping out like that. Didn't know they worked in groups like that and rounded up the fish. I guess perch do the same thing as well, I suppose. They get a group and round up the smaller bait fish. Right, well, like I said, we've got to start to be careful now because I'm starting to run out of light. I've got one more row along here, I think. So we'll go and do that, see if we can scare any more pike. I don't know about scared of pike, they scare us. And they're big old things when they jump out of the water. They were well over £10, put it that way. They were big fish. Let's see if there's any down this side. Thought I saw a seal sitting on the boat then, seeing things. Oh, this is the end where the cranes and stuff are, and that's where they lift them out by the looks of things. There's definitely a fair few boats in the yard, though, isn't there? It's a nice yard. Lots more nice boats along here. Lots more out the water on the left as well. There's a fair few people moored up and just doing repairs and stuff. They're all looking in, well, 99% of them looking in really good condition. It's a different layout on the boat. I like the way it's all covered at the back there like that. But you got lots of open light all the way around it. Oh, we've got pike to the right of us again. They're definitely in this yard. Alright, I'm going to spin round because they'll be interfering with what people are doing if not, which they're not going to want. Yeah, proper working boatyard. Lots of storage. And some really nice boats. Why then pike jump out? No one jump up and jump into the boat. Hopefully we'll catch a few of them over the winter. Lovely. Really glad we've done the trip and come right down here. It's a long old way, but from where I launched. But it's always nice to see the whole river. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the trip with us today. I think we saw some really nice boats, didn't we? Had a nice cruise down the river. And that's the end of Cox's boatyard, really. I've got 60% battery left for me to get back to where I need to go. I've got a boat coming out behind me now. Got fishing boats down to my right, you can probably see, down that way. Oh, my camera's telling me it's starting to go flat. What is that? Let me plug in some power packs here. Spin you around, we've got a boat going out up here. See the chap down there in the old fishing boat. I'll put my foot down a bit, I'm starting to drift into the banker. Right, so I'm going to get back out on the main river. I'll start heading back to where I started. So all I can do now is say thank you very much for watching with me. Hope you enjoyed the trip. And if it's the first one you've seen, then have a look on the channel because there's plenty more. And we do this on a weekly basis, so feel free to go and have a look through some of the other videos and stuff. Please subscribe if you're not already. Hit the old thumbs up and help the channel build up. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. And I'll see you very soon in the next one of these videos. Thank you.